Hello everyone and welcome back to another One Piece Cruise video. In this video, I'll be showing you my speed teams versus treasure map versus Sabo. I'll be including my mini boss teams, the final boss team and the intrusion team. Without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Coming into the first mini boss here against Chopper. So for this mini boss we are running a Mono Dex Super Type Zoro team. So we're also running a friend captain Super Type Zoro. So on stages 1 and 2 we're going to be using one of our Zoros special and Super Type to wave clear. Also, the MVP of this team is definitely Koala. She gives us attack down immunity, so we can activate her on stage 2, and then she'll prevent us from getting the 8 turns of attack down on the final stage. She also gives us an attack boost that will carry over into the final stage, so we can save a special on the final stage. That does save a teeny bit of time. In terms of other units here, we are running a treasure map Shanks, who is going to change our random orbs that the enemy gives on the final stage into matching. Then we're using Oden to get rid of the 3-turn 30 combo hit barrier on the enemy on the final stage, so he's awesome. He's the only unit who can get rid of the barrier. And then Sanji's there for no reason. He's just there for point boost, so you can replace him with any unit you want. And then you're going to use your other Zoros, super type and special on the final stage for color affinity and an orb boost. So very good team, matching orbs, attack boost, color affinity, orb boost will definitely last the entire treasure map. Moving on to the second mini boss against Shanks. So for this team we are running double Kaido crew. They are so good for treasure map. Definitely probably the best wave clear captain for treasure map, definitely. They have such good wave clear with their super swap, so running double Kaido crew is super convenient. And they also provide a huge color affinity boost with a special on the final stage, as well as giving a bunch of cooldown in the captain ability. So in terms of gimmicks for this mini boss, we get the enemy has 5 turns of defense, damage reduction and threshold on the final stage, which we are using Usohachi to get rid of. Now the Usohachi special is very niche on the final stage. You'll barely have his special already, so you'll need to activate your Kaido crew special first, because they give 1 turn of cooldown with their special, and then that will make it so that your Usohachi is maxed and you can use his special. Then we're also using Arlong crew to wave clear stage 2 and give us 2 turns of cooldown, which is amazing. That makes it so that we can have our Usohachi ready on the final stage. Then we're using Kid on the final stage for an attack boost and an orb boost 2.5x, very good. And then finally we have Buggy to get rid of the special bind, as well as give us a full board of matching orbs. So very strong team, 2.5x attack boost, 2.5x orb boost, 2 times affinity and a full board of matching orbs. So very good team, and let's move on to the next mini boss. So for the mini boss against Luffy here, we are running Silver Mask. He's such an amazing unit. Now the most annoying part, this is probably the worst mini boss, because the enemy can randomly change into Psy or Int type. So you need to run half of your crew Int, half of your crew Psy, so that you can have a good balance of damage. So stages 1 and 2 we are using Oprah to wave clear. He's such an amazing unit, probably one of the best wave clear units in treasure map. In terms of other units here, we are running 6+ Jinbei. He's going to give us a full board of matching orbs, since all of our characters here are fighters. He also gets rid of the 5 turns of damage reduction that the enemy has on the final stage. No, it's defense up, not damage reduction. And then we are running Doflamingo here to give us an attack boost and an orb boost the final stage, as well as get rid of the enemy's resilience. And then I don't have them here since I still haven't farmed the point event, but the free-to-play Katakuri from the point event is probably the best unit for this piece of content, because he gets rid of the defense up, the paralysis, and he gives us 1 turn of special charge, because the enemy gives us 1 turn of rewind here. So he gets rid of a lot. So just make sure to put him on your team. He's going to help a lot. And Silver Mask is just there because he's a really good captain, and he has a lot of cooldown reduction in his captain effect. So let's move on to the next team. This is definitely the most sketchy mini boss, but we'll see how it goes. Moving on to the final mini boss against the Orans. So this is the team I have the most to say about. Everything is very specific here. So on stages 1 and 2 you're going to use Vista to wave clear, also one of the best wave clear units in treasure map. Then on stage 2, make sure that you activate your Saba Ace, as you need them in their dual form. So on the final stage, when you get inflicted with Despair and Special Bind, they remove both of them in the captain ability, and they only do that when they're on their dual form. They also give you a 3 times orb boost, 3 turn orb boost in the second stage, which will carry over into the final stage. So you need to have the support Luffy so that the orb boost they give is 3 turns and not 1. Then moving on to the final stage, you will have an orb boost carried over from stage 2. Then you can activate Robin special. As you can see, there is the Bonnie support on Robin. It is definitely required because Bonnie will change Robin's orb into recovery on the final stage, and then Robin will change all your crew's slots to the slot that she has. So since we have a recovery orb from Bonnie, she'll give the entire crew a recovery orb, which is awesome. And then remember that we have the Roger ship on this team, and it's definitely required since it makes those recovery orbs matching. So Robin herself with the special is going to give us a full bit of matching orbs, as well as getting rid of the enemy's damage reduction. Next we have Zoro there to give us a color affinity boost. That's the only reason he's there. And he also has buggy support on him to give himself a 2x attack boost. So Frankie is also there for an attack boost, but if you don't want to waste time and use Frankie's special, then the buggy's attack boost from the support should suffice. And then if it gets later on and the damage is niche, then use Frankie's special to give you your entire crew an attack boost. The iceberg support is required to make sure the Frankie's special is ready. But that is pretty much it for this team. It seems very specific, but it's a very strong team. 4 units with type advantage, a color affinity boost, orb boost, an attack boost, and a full bit of matching orbs. So this should get through it super well and super fast. So let's move into the final boss team. Moving on to the final boss team. So before you dislike the video, because it is like basically a full batch team, I don't have Kaido, so I had to improvise here a bit for the final boss and the intrusion. So for the final boss here, we are running a double Oiran's team. If you didn't know, the Oirans are the highest booster on this treasure map, so having a friend Captain Oirans is so good. So what happens here is on the second turn, on the second stage, I mean, you get block orbs. He also locks your orbs, and we're going to be using Luffy to counter that, giving us a full bit of tandem orbs, which is amazing. And he'll also give us an orb boost on that stage. Then the enemy also has 1 turn of damage nullification, which is super annoying. I don't know why it's there, because none of the new batch gets rid of that. So they're like forcing you to use a weird random units like this page 1. No, it's extra. He gets rid of the damage nullification and gives us a color affinity boost. So that and Luffy's orb boost. I don't know why Zoro's here, because he also gives an orb boost, so you don't need that support. That gets through stage 2 super well. Moving on to the final stage here, we are going to be using the Oirans to get rid of the 6 tons of paralysis and attack down, as well as give us a awesome color affinity boost. Then we're going to use Yamato Ace to give us an attack boost, as well as the ignite attack conditional boost. So make sure to use Yamato Ace's switch effect on the final stage to actually inflict the enemy with burn, and then use this special so you have the conditional attack boost. Then we are also using Brachio Tank for an orb boost. You can replace him with like Zoro or something else, whatever works and has a decent point boost. But Brachio Tank is a 1.385x booster, so that's awesome. So I'm just using him for an orb boost since we already used Luffy on stage 2. But that's a theory behind this team. It works super well. As you know, the enemy orb blocks you on stage 2, so we carry the tandem orbs from stage 2 to stage 3, so we don't have to worry about orbs at all. So that is awesome. So that's it for the final boss team. There's no support required here. Also we're using the anniversary ship for most of these teams to get some extra XP. But let's move into the intrusion team. So this is a bit sketchy, so beware. Moving on to the intrusion battle. So took a bit of thinking here to come up with something that actually works, even though I have most of the batches. This was still a pain in the ass to team build for. So on stage 2, we get inflicted with 10 turns of despair to our captain. We're going to be using Brachio Tank's switch effect to give us a matching orb on themselves, as well as getting rid of the despair. Then we're going to use Brachio Tank's special to give us an attack boost and an orb boost. And then we're going to use Yamato Ace's swap effect to give themselves a matching orb. So we have 2 Dex characters with a matching orb. And then the swap effect will also ignite the enemy, as well as give us a chain lock, which is awesome, helps with damage a lot. Then we're going to be using our friend Captain Waifu's special to give us 1 turn of special charge, because the enemy does rewind our crewmates by 1 turn with their specials. So that is awesome. And the Waifus obviously also give us a color affinity boost, which is super helpful. Then that should easily take care of stage 2. Moving on to the final stage against Sabo. So here it's super annoying because he does have a revive. So making sure we have all of our boosts to we need to make sure we're able to spread our damage between the final boss and when he revives. So that is super annoying since Luffy's all boost is only 1 turn. So yeah, that's super harsh. This is annoying, and damage is probably going to be a bit niche. So on the final stage, before they revive, we're going to use Yamato Ace's special. First swap them into Yamato's strength form, so that we ignite the enemy as well as give us a chain lock, which is going to help us a bunch. Then we're going to use Yamato Ace's special, which is going to give us a conditional boost for that burn that we just inflicted the enemy with from their swap effect. And they'll also give us a 2-turn attack boost, so they'll carry over to the revive too, which is awesome. Super helpful. I'm glad that it is 2 turns for their boosts. Then we're going to use Luffy to change the strength or unfavorable orbs that they give into tandem and lock them, so we can have matching orbs for both the final boss and the revive. Then we're using so that's pretty much it for the final boss. Then you're just going to kill from there, and then this is where the revive comes in. So when the enemy revives, they revive to full first of all, so that sucks. This is why you need to spread your damage between the final boss and its revive. So yeah, on the final boss, the most annoying thing here is the 50 million damage barrier that the enemy has. So this is super annoying. They're basically forcing you to use this Oden to get rid of the damage barrier, and he's the only unit who can do it, and that's literally all he does. He doesn't even give a attack boost or boost or anything else. So that's such a big waste of a spot on your crew, but you basically need him. Or you could use, if most of your units have the barrier penetration max, then you might not need it, but I don't have these units max, so I need to use Oden to get rid of the barrier. Then we are using the Oirons to give us a color affinity. Notice that we don't have a color affinity before the revive, because we need, as I said before, we need to spread our damage between the 2 stages. So we luckily still have the attack boost from Yamato Ace on the revive, but unfortunately at this stage the Brachio tank has come out of the dual form, so that also reduces damage quite a bit. But having the color affinity boost from the waifus, as well as the full build of orbs still from Luffy, and then the attack boost from Yamato Ace should still be enough to kill. The damage is a bit sketchy from the looks of it, but it should still be able to beat it for quite a while. So we'll see how the treasure map goes. I made my teams immediately when we got the information, so I'm just gonna see how other people build their teams and see how they have tactics to improve damage. And then when the actual treasure map comes out, I will have a video showing you my actual runs, and I'll probably have my teams updated by then. But that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful. I will see you all in the next one. Bye.